What's going on, Internet? Okay, we're back for another chapter of How Does Life Go From Tragedy to Triumph. I appreciate you all tuning in, whoever is there watching. It's really not about views and subs and likes and comments and all this stuff, but I've been getting some of them and surprisingly didn't expect any. This is just a place I could go to talk to my phone because not everybody's around. Don't keep too many friends and family so far away, and everything's still through a phone, so it's limited, people's time and attention, so I just use the phone as a way to talk to my own self, to get it out and not carry it around. So if you're here and you found this channel, I thank you for being a part of it. Your time and attention is meaningful, and whatever wisdom you departed to me based upon what you've seen here, I try to learn and adapt and adopt it, and thank you. Thank you for some of those people with very nice, kind comments, and some of those trolls trying to get me. You can't get me. Come on, trolls. It's okay. It's okay. It's what they do. Haters gonna hate. Lovers gonna love. And cheaters gonna cheat. Liars gonna lie. So here we are on a page where we're trying to say we want to release the truth, and we don't want to, exist in a world of liars, because you can't trust anything that way. And so when you get in a relationship with me, I'm trying to be full love, full heart, and authenticity. Even as my mistake in the past to reveal some of my truths in fear, my truths in vulnerability, my truths in weakness. And that was wrong of me. I learned that the hard way, and everyone says, stop crying online, Mark. You're such a baby. Grow the up. Okay, so valid. Sure. Also, I've been watching like Jordan Peterson and some other people talk about the trauma and PTSD and what happens after someone that's been betrayed so deeply. And there is so many stages of grief, but there's so many stages of this other betrayal, like Dante's Inferno. The lowest you can get is betrayal. That's where real hell is. So the betrayal of having your life partner, somehow along the way get emotionally involved with their professor to the point where she has to lie about it consistently more and more and more and more and more until she's basically a whore in his door and letting him do whatever the hell he wants to her. When I finally understood that was happening, I asked calmly and refused to get mad and get upset, and I kept this very level thing. And she was, I hate this term, gaslighting me to try and manipulate me and she's throwing tantrums and trying to make me act badly so that she can blame it back on me. And I didn't do that. So instead, she finally admitted she lied, and then said, but remember 5 years ago you did that thing? And I was just like, well, that is not really relevant, but I will accept that was not my best. But during the pandemic and losing my career over crazy stuff, I didn't handle that well. It was unknow territory. But we've moved past that, and we've grown, and we've found new careers and new avenues and new ways to make life be interesting or worrisome or whatever it is. But I understand now you can never express your truth in vulnerabilities, because then the people will exploit it. And so this channel, I'm probably going to be so exploited, so later. What did you put online, Mark? Oh my God. Everyone's so triggered, but you carry those triggers. That's the trigger, that's the gun you hold. So if you're pulling that trigger, that's you with the finger on there. Get your finger off the trigger and go figure a new way to diffuse the guns that you hold. That's what I'm trying to say. That's why I'm using this channel. It's like, if you later want to use this channel against me, then fine. Just continue the abuse. I'm trying to use it to diffuse and not light the fuse, I refuse to be victim. I know that I have been, ups and downs in life. We've all had some goods and some bads. But inside, I know I feel like truth in my love, and what I want in friendships and what I've always wanted in friendships is the same thing I want in relationships, which is honesty, integrity, and emotional depth, and the willingness to share those things, and there's this word I always used to call, which was the ethics. I used to always do like ethical experiments with friends to see if they're really ethical, and oftentimes they weren't. And so I believe that I feel let down by so many friends in the past because they couldn't hold that. They would let women cheat on them and lie to them and just be like, man, I'd be like, hey, don't let that girl steal from you. And they'd be like, it's fine, bro, she's hot. It's like, that doesn't matter. It doesn't excuse it. We can't be all allowing just some, thought girl on Instagram, whatever, to take advantage of us because she's hot. You can't let a thought get you because she's hot. That's just baloney. It just gives the power to the person with the least amount of values and virtues. And everybody wants to virtue signal. Look at that virtue. I'm signaling how virtuous I am. You're just cover. You're fake. You're not real. If you're actually virtuous, you will not be saying how virtuous you are. That defies what the definition of virtue is. You can't... You got it all backwards. So, yeah. This is supposed to be a speech to preface what I'm going to post. Because there's 2 videos that I made the other day where I was at a low point. Went for a walk and got kind of like a little bit mad. And then came home and the next day got kind of sad and looked pathetic. I know. Because I got a text message from her 3 weeks later saying something that was completely like as if this 6-year meal relationship was just a happy meal, like done, consumed, and over and moving on. It's like, how the heck can you be so like out of touch of what we had in reality? We had 6 years of friendship and relationship and love, and then just to throw it away and walk out the door when you get discovered for being a lying whore, and then when in that you blame it on me, and then the very next day you're off playing with some other man's shuttlecock in a badminton tournament. That seems, the man, not some other man, the man you're with. So it's, to me, that seems so cavalier with love and cruel and kind and cunning and calculated. And just to like switch from one monkey bar to the next and continue swinging is, no offense, I think it's a woman's trait. But just to move on so savagely and quickly means obviously you left me months ago and I didn't know. And I was asking you for the last few months, like, where are we? When you come around? Don't you love me anymore? So there was some things I was asking. But it wasn't until like 3 weeks ago did it finally come to fruition that it was about your lies. There were so many lies that I just said, they don't add up. This is all the proof I have that your lies make no sense. And finally she admitted and then blamed me and laughed around the door and never saw her again. So then to text me 3 weeks later and say, hi, hope you're doing well. How's it going? Things are good? Blah, blah, blah. As if it was just like on the most casual coffee date. And then 3 weeks later saying, oh my God, it was a good coffee. Good chat. See ya. Like, what? Whoa, what? How is that? That's not fair because I feel like the wound has been torn open again. So I'm going to post these 2 videos which are prefacing this, that this is like now and these are before then. And there's going to be one where I'm walking along the street kind of mad and trying to figure out why I'm sad and mad and I don't like it. And there's another one where I'm sitting here, green sweater, with my glasses on, and these ones, and I'm crying like a baby because she sent me the text message that really flipped me upside down. And then that led to like a kind of an angry day and kind of like conflict. And then I got in conflict with my parents over it because no, they weren't. So whoever is, I'm not processing it fast enough for people. I'm supposed to process this faster, I guess, like she is. Here today, gone tomorrow, moving on, woo! No, I can't do that. So it was meaningful to me. It was a meaningful, loving thing I really valued. So I can't just discard it so quick. And anyhow, I'm yakety yak, don't talk back. So point is, here we are on another day. It's a beautiful August long weekend of Monday, and I have made the decision after these 2 videos that are post dated from before this. I'll post those today. I'll post 3 videos today, this one and the other ones, however that works out. And then you will see I'm moving on from this, and I'm getting strong from this. And this video will no longer be me. I will try not to cry and get upset and feel hurt and feel deceived, and I will take responsibility for my pain and my heart being on my sleeve, and I will aim towards the greatest ideals that I can achieve, and those that stick around will not believe from 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, who that pathetic broken person was 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years from now. So stick around. I hope the ride is going to be strong and carry long and bring something that we can all find inspirational. That's all I can really say for now. And I'm sorry for the next video you're going to watch, which is from a few days ago when I was lower. And now I'm dealing with this cycle of the stages of grief and the trauma response of someone betrayal. And there's so many mixed emotions in there. And there's so many highs and lows, mostly lows actually. And the PTSD and the lack of trust in anybody else and all the things that people go through, especially when they gave out their full trust and love, and it was used, abused, and then taken, and then lied and cheated on. It's just man, I can't believe how like Machiavellian, narcissistic, and avoidant the person I loved actually is. So I was fooled. And I'm sure I'll be tricked again, because everyone out there is trying to get you. No, not everyone is trying to get you. I just feel like there's just so many like hurt, broken, angry people that are, that puts me in there. And other people are just kind of vindictive, and, it's just like, good people are hard to find. True hearts are rare kinds. And I am grateful for the outpouring of support on this channel that have commented nice things, and I will try and follow some of those tips and advices, and I'll get to that. But I really need to move away from the conflicted heart and conflicted character, and kind of like bury the hatchet with half my heart in there, and then regrow a new one, which will look like some sort of, I don't know, half bio heart or something. I'm not sure what it's going to look like, but definitely going to not do relationships again. And I know my dog died 2 weeks ago, and I'm still like processing that. And no, getting a new dog is not so easy or affordable, and I'll just be doing me. And so this channel, you're going to see that tragedy, 2 more videos of that, yes, and then stuff like this. And then I'm going to be hitting the gym, biking, meditating. I'll sharing some of my diet tips on what I'm eating. I mean, just so you can see like how I can go from being fat to fit and loving it, from, tragedy to triumph, and make this a wonderful inspirational page. And I'm sure those videos in the past will come back to bite me in the ass, because everyone says you can't show your weakness, bro. Toxic masculinity is bad, and also being vulnerable is bad. In fact, men just bad. Don't be a man at all. Just don't. Guess what? I'm no longer a man. I am a beautiful black woman. So support me. I'm running for president. Like, what do you want? The world's just gone Marxist mental, And so, I can't talk about that. Trust me. Everything's censorship. So I don't care. I'm not censoring it. I'm not going to be like what you think I'm supposed to be, and I'm certainly not going to do what you think I'm supposed to do, and I'm certainly not going to follow some trend. It's not about that. This is just about me having a 12-minute and 48-second talk to try and figure out how I walk next. So here we go. Check out the next video and stay tuned. I'm sure I'm on the road to some sort of redemption, and there'll be more crazy stories in life, because that is what life is. All right, thanks for tuning in. Big peace and love. And now is me from 3 days ago, going for a walk, crying, and then getting mad, and going from I love you to I'm sad to I'm mad. It's a stupid process, but that's how you get through it. And after that, we're gonna hit the gym hard. Come home, clean up, do some laundry, which I do by hand. Not that that matters. Just old school. There's no washing machine. So, you don't care. Thanks for tuning in. All right. Tomorrow, I promise there'll be a new excellent story. Peace.
I try to understand it. I try to understand it so badly. I just don't see any goodness. I don't know why. She could have done this to us. I guess for selfish gain. Cutthroat. Who cares about what love was, as long as you can make money with someone else? It's the only thing people that I ever met have in common is that people don't love if you love. What they love is money and power. Sadly, I've never really had either. I guess that's why I've never really been loved. Because real love is only money and power. At least that's how it appears to be. It's a beautiful day. I'm trying to enjoy it. But I can't escape thoughts of you. I try to do what everybody says. Move on. It's for the best. It's not for the best. We were the best. But then you thought you could do better because someone else had a better platform that you could just level up to. As long as you gave them all of your body, and then they would give you all of their platforms. So you basically got paid off like a hooker. You slept your way to the top. Good job. In the world of DEI, you still did the lowest level to get to the highest level. So you used sex to get money and power, and you used deception and lies to achieve it. And I still can't believe it. I'm just spinning in circles, wondering how could that be? That can't be my darling. That can't be my partner. No, she loved me. She believed me. She believed in us. We had this bond and this trust. She couldn't have. But then I realized she did. And men go into cycles of, denial, acceptance, pain, anger, frustration, loss, longing again. Oh man, I don't see any good in this. Yeah, okay, I see how you get the good things you wanted. You can easily just trade one man for another and just step out of one relationship into the other, out of one relationship right into the next one, without doing any of your trauma work or trigger work or self-reflection work or working on a couple that we were to agree on. You argued over bedtimes. You were mad about what time you want to eat dinner at and go to bed at. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. That was the thing. That small detail, which could have been finessed and worked out. But we never even got to the stage of like having a home together. So you're worried about bedtimes when you're still basically never at my house and living at your parents' house? It's like irrelevant. You barely came over the past 2 months. So you're talking about the one day out of every 2 or 3 weeks or two months we hadn't stayed here that you're going to bed 2 hours too late because of our date, of our catching up with each other, catching up and what will be and what are we now and how do we have romance and a dance and a chance to, make it good and have fun and eat some food and quickly get to bed. You rushed it. I know, because you're rushing out the door to go be a whore for him. Facts. No caps. I'm still sitting around like a fucking loser crying about missing you, even though you did that to me and us. Because it's such a break of trust. I can't believe it that you would do that, of all people. The only person in the world I believed in and trusted fully broke that. And so you broke me. You broke my heart, broke my trust, broke our bond. You broke all the things we had and were and shared and loved and planned and built and we're on the way towards. That's why I'm in such disbelief that you of all people could do that to me and to us. To just suddenly change lanes so quickly and grab that guy's ride. And he's got a bride and kids already. You think he's gonna have time for you? I guess he does, because he tries to be Mr. Wonderful and Mr. Perfect's thumbs up. But he's a snake. He's a teacher. There should not be snaking out his students like that. It's illegal to have relationships with your students. And I'm just walking and talking in circles, trying to come to terms with this, knowing that I'm growing old and alone, talking to a phone, not even here to get views or likes or shares. It's not about that. It's just about me telling something, because there's no somebody, as to how do I get through this fucking torture and what pathetic version of my life be now. As I realize you haven't even given a thought about me. I saw your post I saw his post with your stuff in the background. You guys are off day 2, day 1 after leaving me. You're off playing badminton with him. What? You're already on a fucking sporty date? 24 hours after leaving me? Whoa. I guess that would make sense, because for how many months before were you already on romantic travel dates? Working romantic travel dates with him, getting heart-shaped waffles and all the things that working couples do, working people do. They don't do that. Hey, this is a professional business meeting where you're going to be my assistant. We're going to go to seminars around the world, and while we're doing that, let's get some heart-shaped waffles. I don't even like waffles. I know you don't like waffles, honey, but I like waffles, and I want to signify my love to you as we're out of town somewhere on a little honeymoon working trip. She doesn't even like waffles. What the fuck are you eating waffles for? In Japan. A Belgian fried donut. You don't even like that. How the hell were you accepting of him saying, let's get waffles? Oh my God, how cute, they're heart-shaped. Why the fuck were you doing that? You wouldn't get waffles with me. What the fuck is going on? Heart-shaped ones? How cruel. That guy's married, by the way. I wonder what his wife would think about heart-shaped waffles with another woman in Japan on your layover. Conveniently, you're not on any of his posts. He's a posting whore, and somehow you're completely not on any of those photos. Wow. Okay, I see how long this has been going on. And I try to now realize the deception and the lies and how you use me, and now he's using you and you're using him. So you're a bunch of users and abusers. And I'm left trying to figure out how not to be the victim, because that sucks. So somehow I have to figure out how to be the victor. How do I win? How do I overcome without and within? I have without, and I have to work within to become my best thing ever without the person and partner I treasured the most. So alone. Just a phone. This guy's made 600 videos on my other YouTube channel in a year with just a phone. Not owned a computer in 6 years because they're so expensive, and I need such a massive mainframe. It's gonna be like 10K. I can't just get a regular Joe computer. I jam that thing up in a second. I got like 20 terabytes on the shelf. I got like 10 in the cloud. I can't just jump into some, baby brain. I need a mastermind. So 6 years I've been working on just a phone. But I get it. I can't own my home, so you just jump into that guy's life and pants and romance because he's promising the world, baby, the world. Just let me get inside your pants for a little bit of quick out-of-town romance and the fuck you. Yeah, I began this video by crying and saying I love you, and I ended by saying fuck you, I'm leaving you too.